Okay, I think I'm officially lost now. Where the hell am I? It's been the same rock interior this entire time. How does somebody get lost? This easy. Starting to question myself, to be honest with you. Don't know where the hell I am. I was really looking for a fight, but no, I can't find anybody if I can't find them. Stupid, stupid. This is so stupid. Anyways, hello, it is me, We Anime. I am here to bring you part 8 of What If Asta Had Demon Soul Magic. Um, I know this is the first one in a while. As you know, the past 2 videos have been crashing. I'm gonna do this one without editing. So you just gotta bear through it if there's background noise. Okay? I'm so sorry if there is. That's what I've been doing for my past other videos. Uh, as well. I haven't been putting them in an editing software just in case it happens. Alright? Just in case. So yeah, I'm sorry. Uh, I can't control it. Also, polls, they are both up. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, they're the polls for my next what ifs. Um, yeah, they're up. Please go vote. I know there's a lot of you out there that hasn't voted yet. So, go vote, please. Thank you. Anyways, also, end of the week, I will be shutting down the polls, meaning Sunday, I will be turning them off, deleting them. Okay? So, yeah. So far, the polls are at a well, one's a clear ahead other on the other options. One's a near like tie. The Asta one's a near tie, and the Deku What If one is a over. Like I can't believe that one actually got that many votes. It's the Elemental Quirk Deku. What if? I'll probably just call it Elemental Quirk. What if Deku had an Elemental Quirk? All right, it's not. I mean, it's sort of gonna work like Avatar, but not really. Like, not at all, actually, as I think about it. As I remember the stuff I've written down about it, it's not gonna be anything like Avatar. It's an elemental quirk, meaning he can use fire and whatnot. I did add some stuff on of my own. Like, there's gravity, there's like spatial, like space, like essentially a black hole, or what I compared it to in a technique in a ultimate attack. I compared it to Longris's attack, like the way he uses his spatial magic in Black Clover. Um, I compared it to that. Okay, so yeah, the others are pretty self-explanatory. There's water, ice. Okay, now here's the thing. I added ice on a whim. At first, I had water and ice being the same thing, right? But then I realized that might not work, like at all. Like it would be like so confusing in which one I wanted to do. So I just decided I'm just gonna put both. Okay, Okay. As for the Black Clover one, which will be coming after this, there's Light Magic or Steel Magic. I believe so far. Oh God, I forgot to look at it before this. I think White Light Magic is winning. I think I could be completely wrong. It's a 50-50 shot. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Uh, they both have pages already, like my other ones. I made all the spells for all this, all the attacks for it. Um, I did have some inspiration for a lot of the elemental quirk Deku what if attacks. I had very big uh inspirations from a lot of other like animes because like it's sometimes it's so difficult to make like my own things. Like because I'm not that creative. I mean I am because I do this for a living. But like I'm not good at describing stuff. So I'll think of something and say like, "Oh, you know what? That's very close to that move or attack that I saw that one time in an anime." I'll look up the anime, I'll look up the character, go to like their abilities slash attacks. Oh, yeah, right there. And then I'll be like, oh, that's how you do it. Okay. And then I'll try to write it the best I can and then compare it to things. Right. Also, if you have any what if ideas, being what if Asta, what if Deku, what if Naruto, what if Naofumi, please put them down in the comments below. Uh, okay. Okay. Please put them down below. Right. Anyways, today we're going over when they invade the Item Midnight Sun's base in the Gravito Stone area, I believe it's called. I believe that's what it's called. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me. So, Asta would be just walking around at the very moment, uh, looking for people. She honestly got lost. She went off her own direction, looking, uh, and looking, and looking. And as you know, during this time, uh, Paltry, aka, well, the fake licked, is currently fighting Julius Novachrono at the very moment. Um, right, as you would know, at least should know, right? So yeah, um, si senor. I don't know what I just. I know, like, yes, sir. Whatever. Um, yeah. So as things would go on, she would just be looking this entire time while everyone else would be fighting whoever Marilona and Zora are fighting that bunch of people because Asta got like just followed a guy and then beat him and then didn't know where to go after the fact. Like, I thought, what the hell? Where am I? She would just be walking around this entire time looking for people. All right? Until eventually she would fall into a hole that would go all the way down to the bottom layer. And in that big cavern where Asta and Yuno. Well, Yuno's down there with Klaus and Hamlet. I think that's his name. I don't remember. The glass magic user. So you would fall down there. See Yuno. See weird floating guy. Right. Uh, Ryora would appear. Mm. Asta would say, "Well, finally, I get to fight somebody. Leave it to me, you know. Oh, wow, you're really. Yo, hey, who do you think you are messing up? Trying to mess with our master. What? You know what? They would go on to say how disgraceful our humans are, elves are better. Honestly, if elves were real in our world, that would probably be the case. They'd probably murk all humankind, honestly, besides like the ones that actually cared about the earth and didn't pollute it. Right? They probably would do that. You know, that would probably be way better for our current situation in our world. Personal opinion. Can't sue me if that's my personal opinion. Like, honestly, if elves were real, if this, if Black Clover's elves were real in our world, you know how much better our world would be? Like, they could probably use magic. They could do so much stuff. And they're also hot. Hotter than most, like, real life people, honestly. Like, dude, you got a guy looking like licked. He's straight. I'm not. I'm bi. Uh, that's the truth. I'm trying to. I don't know. Dude, you don't. Well, actually, I heard this once. You don't have to be gay to appreciate a man's beauty. Very true. Very true. Um, I also got a lot of gay friends. They're very cool, honestly. They're probably like my favorite people. I like them better than my family. Huh. Nah, honestly, yeah. Yeah, I do. Hmm. I gotta contemplate a lot of things at this point. Anyways, Austin would fall down. Klaus and Hamlet would start attacking. She would say, Demon Soul Magic, Abyssal Siren. Outfit wise, a deep blue and black gown that flows like water, adorned with shimmering scales. Accessories include a she shell crown and ocean themed jewelry. Hair styled in long flowing waves with blue highlights. Uh, Water and darkness. Dark water. Okay, cool. So, as she would do this, they would make their the massive like attack thing right. And Asta would say, You know, boys, water can cause erosion. Well, water is technically the main cause of erosion. But you get my point. Demon Soul Magic, Abyssal Siren, Siren's Embrace. Yeah, Siren's Embrace. As she would hold up a hand, a bunch of water and shadows would go to form a ball, which that ball would then form into a massive trident, with the water being the actual, like, not like pointy bits, but being the entire, like, holding of the handle? Pull arm? That's what it's called, a pull arm. Being the entire pull arm of the trident, while the shadows being the blades of the trident. Oh, there's a hummingbird. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Like the last one I saw was like a couple months ago, dude. Crazy, dude. Like absolutely crazy. Okay. Anyways, she would throw the trident. It would go. It would destroy the team up attack. Right. Just absolutely destroy it. Just shatter it, and then it would collide with Klaus and Hamlet. They would explode. They would fly backwards, crashing to a wall, sliding down to be knocked out. Ryra would copy that attack by appearing in front of Asta, grabbing the grimoire, and then teleporting back and doing the same thing. Siren's embrace, as Asta would say, Demon Soul Magic, Abyssal Siren, Siren's Rampart. As she would stomp at the ground, a big wall of water would appear in front of her with shadowy, like the dark and like the shadowy spikes on top. It would block this attack. Actually, Asta's spell would absorb that magical power, and then it would transform into another, well, two different sirens embrace, being the two tridents. As they would be thrown, light swords would appear out of nowhere, um, just cutting it in half. And Asta would say, "Well, I see the sleepyhead woke up. Happy you could join the fun, but mm, but you're a little too late." As Asta would say, "Demon soul magic." Hold on. Abyssal. Abyssal Valkyrie. So it would be in the mix of the two outfits. I don't know. A armored. Hold on. I gotta go back. A armored gown with dark blue or deep blue and, well, black and red accents, crimson accents. I guess. Yeah, that would also be a better word. Uh, right. And however else you want to look at it, I don't care. Okay. Doesn't Hellish Valkyrie with like? No, it's just they both have a staff. Okay, I'm sorry about the wind. You might be able to hear it. I'm very sorry. There's supposed to be like rain coming in about an hour or two. Uh, so it's just blowing it in at the current moment. That's all it's doing. Thankfully, it hasn't started raining. Thankfully, I don't like being wet. Like I like the water like on like certain days. I just don't like rain because it's usually cold. Um, but yeah, it also feels nice. I don't know. But anyways, as she would mix these two different forms, she would appear. in front of Ryra, hitting him on the side of the head with the staff, sending him flying. And then she would say, "You know, what the hell? No, you know, mind helping a sibling out here?" Unmoving, right? He would be on the unmoving right now, right? And then Asta would say, "Well, okay." And then she would be on the attack on this new figure, which we know as Licked, the actual one, not Paltry or William, right? We're not them. So as things would go on, this fight would extend out like a 10 minutes, maybe. Asta getting honestly well, she's getting 2v1 currently and doing decent enough, to where she's holding her own. Get it, girl. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like that. Like that type of moment. You know what I'm saying? All right. So yeah, and like I said, 10 minutes would pass. Finally awaking, and would start to help Asta with this fight, which it would drag out. Ryra would disappear into a portal, or actually, Marilona would show up, start beating on him as these two would fight Licked. Which, given they would start flying, massive laser beam, blah blah blah, right? I'm not expecting this one to actually upload. So that's why I went blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not expecting it to. Uh, I think it's a curse on this what if. Um, but anyways, yeah. So like I said, that fight would continue. They would fly off. The reincarnated elves would appear. Well, those ones got taken out. They would have to go to open up the that one thing. They would go there. Asta and everyone else would exit the thing and would start to go that direction to the capital. Right. On the way there, Asta stopped by to help Luck get out of his crazed mode, and then Vanessa, Magna, Luck, and Asta would go to the capital. And that's where I'm going to leave off for this part 8. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If I'm sorry about this being the episode, I know, I'm so sorry. I can't control it. I'm so sorry. Uh, but yeah, I thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all next time. Roll the dice, and yeah, bye.